Hi, so I'm apparently back again with the same outfit as in either the previous or the next video, because why not? For the sake of bringing you a currently reading video, I've recently done one that was a bit of a mess. My eyeshadow was not blended, let me tell you. But I thought I would make another one, because for once I'm shockingly not reading only one book at a time. And you know what? First of all, that is very stressful because I never read more than one book, especially if I can avoid it. But you know when you're reading a book and then you wake up one day and you get an email from your library saying that this audiobook that you had a reservation for is available to download. And you just go into full-on Alexander Hamilton mode, like, Lord, show me how to say no to this. And much like my boy A.M, do I say no to things? No. I go, hey there, demons, it's me, a girl. And I don't let it and start listening to it. And then don't want to go back to book number 1. And then I know I have to. And it's a real struggle, you know, let me tell you. It's a real struggle. Anyway. So, since I started my rampage about the audiobook, suppose we could start with that. I've just seen the Clare audiobooks on my library's app, and so I'm currently listening to Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. If you don't know, The Infernal Devices is like up there with like Harry Potter for me, because I just love it so much. William Herondale, you know. And anyway, of course I had to listen to it. Not that keen on the narrator, especially since I know that eventually Daniel Sherman is going to be a narrator for one or two of these books. So I'm just here waiting patiently, except I don't think my library has the other two Infernal Devices books. Very, very bad about that. Anyway, yeah, I don't like the narrator, but otherwise, I am loving this so much. So, in case you don't know, Clockwork Angel is the first book in Cassandra Clare's Infernal Devices series, which is part of the larger Shadowhunter Chronicles. So basically, this is a spin-off to the Mortal Instruments. It's all a mess. I will link Emma's video down below on how you should read the books, like in what order, but I think I love the Infernal Devices more than I love the Mortal Instruments. Basically, this is set in 19th century London, and it follows our protagonist Tessa, who comes from New York to London to see her brother, and then shit starts going down. So, you know, that's the very basic premise of it. Let me tell you, I remember the first time I read this book, it was a Romanian translation. And what really got me going was the fact that everyone and their mother was talking about how wonderful William Herondale is. And I was reading, and I was just so annoyed at him throughout the whole book. Little did I know, come book 2, I'll be sold. He is the love of my life. But yeah. So I don't know if it's because I know that I love Will, or simply because I'm also sort of rereading the Mortal Instruments, and Will is just as obnoxiously sassy as Jace, and I do love Jace being sassy, that I'm sold. Or maybe I just haven't really, you know, gone to the very obnoxious parts yet. Actually, I'm only 25% in. Because again, I'm trying to focus on the physical book that I'm reading, because I also need to take that back to the library. And then when I'm busy, it will be easier to listen to the audiobook and yada yada yada. Stop making excuses, Gabbie, for the love of God. But yeah, still love Jem so much. I love Tessa even more than I remember. And honestly, I would die for Charlotte and Henry Branwell. Charlotte is one of the most amazing and kick-ass characters in YA literature, and I am willing to fight everyone who disagrees, so help me God. And then you might have seen this in my library haul, which I should upload it as soon as I'm done finishing filming this. I will link it down below for you anyway. It's Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. I am honestly very inclined to believe that Libba Bray invented writing. She is a goddess. She can do nothing wrong. This is basically the story of a group of pageant contestants whose plane crashes on a deserted island and they just sort of have to survive. I've seen it be described as an all-female Lord of the Flies. Never read Lord of the Flies, so I can't confirm that specific comparison. But I can tell you, I don't even know, am I halfway through? Yeah, I'm a little over halfway through, and I'm really loving it this far. It was kind of a surprise, because the beginning does feel very much like a satire, which is pretty much what I was expecting going in. And then it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's a lot more inclusive than I expected it to be. It's just a wild ride. It just gives me flashbacks of books that I had to read for school and whatnot that were these survival stories. So it's giving me sort of, was it Robinson Crusoe vibes and also Mysterious Island vibes. It's a wild ride. I can't decide quite how I feel about the characters, but there's so much more depth to them than I expected, and it's so good. It's so good so far, and the format is so interesting because it's sort of the main narrative, and then you have reports, and you sort of have their admission paper file thingies for the pageant with fun facts about them and whatnot. And it's super weird and super wonky, and I'm just super into it this far. But I also just really want to read Clockwork Angel, so can you feel my pain? Anyway, I would love to know if you've read any of these two books, and also what you're currently reading. That would be real nice. And I will see you sometime soon, I hope. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.